Oh, hi. Today I'm gonna show you a little fabric thrift haul. Sometimes I include like a Goodwill haul or something in my adventure vlogs, but I don't have a dedicated video just for a haul thing. But the amount of shit I just bought at the Goodwill, there's a by the pound section where there's huge buckets everywhere and you just sort through like a maniac. The things I saw happen in there were terrifying. It actually like really freaked me out because I didn't know what was happening. So all these bins are set up in like a, grid system, and then say there were like 30 bins out. There are these huge carts. There was an empty space kind of in the middle, like where a bin obviously was supposed to go. And there was just a perfect rectangle of people standing around and they all had gloves on. I didn't know what was happening. It should have been obvious that they were waiting for a new cart to come out, but I have never been in this space before. That's a lie. I've gone in and immediately walked back out because I went on a weekend and it was a shit show. People turn into animals when they're greedy, and I don't have the patience for that kind of behavior. I saw two people fighting over a jacket, saying a bunch of mean shit to each other for no fucking reason. And then I also saw a 20-something-year-old dude get into an argument over a DMX t-shirt with a like 80-year-old woman. It was a lot. It was just a lot to handle. So after I did the by the pound loop, I got a ton of fabric in there. Then I went into the actual like retail side of the store and also had amazing success in there. So I'm now at a park. I'm gonna go play Pokemon Go for a little bit and get some water. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect. I saw a lot of dogs and a lot of kids, so I feel like this will be a short adventure in there. Yeah, then once I'm back, I'll probably be extra sweaty. It's so hot just sitting in the car right now, even though I parked in the shade. It's, yeah, as you can tell, it is very warm. I will then show you my pile. We'll unload it in the bed of the truck so you can see everything and I can actually like fully scope everything out too. Just for reference. Yeah, we got a lot to go through, you guys. Okay. So change of plan. It is buck wild in that park. It's like an old zoo. I had no idea. I had heard that it's a good place to like catch Pokemon. So I did that and I very deeply underestimated what it was like in there. It's also like way busier than I expected. So I don't really feel like standing in the middle of the parking lot having people coming up to me. Also, there's 1,000 children running around, so I'm just gonna sit here and show you what I got. Before I get to the haul part, here is a picture of the fucking old lady's shoe I sat on for a little while, transferring out Pokemon I didn't want anymore. It's always a little heartbreaking when you do that. It's like when you would send Neopets to the adoption center. All right, change of plans again. We're just gonna do this time-lapse style. Also, it's too windy to actually film outside the truck, so voiceover time, you're welcome. As you can see, I have the flowiest navy fabric I've ever seen. It's almost purple, but I think that'd be a really good skirt lining. Or there's a certain pattern that has this cool shawl on the photo, and I really like how that looks with the sheer fabric, so I'm gonna try it out. I got a bunch of like discounted singular garments. I'm gonna use at least the orange skirt to make bags, like zipper pouches, because I don't have anything in that color palette. And then some other items I'm gonna maybe use for something like that. Or, I love turning flannels into skirts, so we'll see what I can do with that. It's possible there's enough fabric here for the polka dot skirt for me to like turn it into an actual dress. We'll see what I come up with. I think it would be fun to do like a skater style skirt with the weight of this fabric. And then I got some like little scrappy bits in the by the pound section. It was like a matter of pennies for some of these pieces because it's so lightweight. Some of it's going to be outer fabric for some bags. Again, I just have nothing in like an earthy tone color palette, and I want to offer a broad spectrum of things because I don't want to just restrict it to only things that I like. And then I got this weird, this is probably an unnecessary purchase, but I got this like pocket calendar thing. I'm not going to use it as a calendar. I am going to use it to store like small pattern pieces. I thought having a wall hanging for that would be a good way to like keep it out of the way, and then that will be easy because all the patterns out of like newsprint, I'm going to paint out over everything and then label it all. Oh, so this was in the linen department, but I don't know what it actually was originally, but I think this would be a really nice skirt or shawl or both. Porque no las dos. And then we into the sheet pile. Holy crap, I never find plain sheets that are in good condition in such like nice colors. I have plans for an Eevee skirt. I cannot wait. So the first 3 are going to be used for that. And then like I always need solid colors and I never have any. So it was $3 or $4 per sheet and that's so much yardage. And yeah, I'm going to get a lot of use out of all this. So I think total I spent $46. No, not even. Where the fuck did I get that number? I spent $25 in the regular retail store and I spent like $9.50 in the by the pound. Considering how much fabric I have, it barely fits on the floor of my truck. I'm gonna call that a win. Yeah, hopefully this was helpful to any of you that are, you know, trying to get into sewing or just don't feel like spending a ton of money at a fabric shop or something. Goodwill is the way to go. Look, obviously for like clean-ish sheets and everything. I kind of forget that there's a by the pound Goodwill within like a half an hour drive from me. So if you're willing to put the time in and avoid the crazy people that stand around waiting for the new carts to come out, that was a little intense for me. I almost left because of it. It's definitely worth the money you're saving on everything. I would imagine going earlier in the morning as possible on a weekday is the way to go. I already had so much fabric at home. I organized everything after this event this past weekend and like my sewing studio's in really good shape. So of course I'm going to fill it full of more shit, but I have immediate plans for this. I'm hoping like by the end of the day, Wednesday, I'll have at least the Evie skirt done, like an evolution skirt, and I can probably actually make a couple of them. My intention is to put them in my Etsy shop. But yeah, it is getting to be 1 o'clock. I spent so much time walking around this park, so I need to go eat somewhere. And I think I'm gonna find a coffee shop to edit in, because I'm never outside anymore. I never venture too far outside the like local walkable perimeter of where I live. So it's nice venturing out and still doing work stuff. So I'm, yeah, gonna kind of treat myself today. Yeah, spend $3 on a coffee so I can sit somewhere for an hour or two. I'm not a big shopper as far as like clothing stuff, so 99% of the time. Ooh, with the exception, there's a sweater in this pile that I am going to wear because I don't have any like red sweaters. I'm not like a warm tone person, so finding cool reds is pretty tough. Of course, you know, it's 80 degrees outside today, so it won't be worn anytime soon. Maybe if it's cold around a fire pit this summer, I'll get to wear it. And yeah, fingers crossed there will be a skirt tutorial by the end of this week. And if any of you have been wondering, I will be doing a new product launch on my Etsy shop on June 1st. I think from now on the 1st of every month, I'm going to do a new product launch. So I already have earrings and bags that are going to be coming out. Bags that I hand printed myself that I'm very excited about. And other bags that are from like scrap material that are going to be kind of one-offs. And then, yeah, stuff I'm going to be making with this pile. I very much intend to have the evolution skirt sorted out by the 1st. So I'll have a couple of those for sale. If you haven't checked out my Etsy shop, I'll link to it in the description. Link to my Patreon and my coffee page if you have any interest in checking that out. I do have a couple tiers on my Patreon where I send stuff out that I've made by hand just for you. So if that's anything you have any interest in, cool. I'm gonna go because now there are multiple people parked around me trying to eat their lunch and they're probably just like, what's this millennial bullshittery? But yeah, I'll see you all on Saturday with another video. Thanks for hanging out.
Her name is not Kat, her name is DG.
Just gonna play some Pokemon and pretend there's not people directly next to me.